for the thing. So what I want to do, I'm only recording because it's for my channel, so the parents know what to do. But I won't put you on the camera. It's okay. Um, but yeah. So what we're gonna do is every time she does something or he does something, like earlier you were not used to hearing him scream like that, right, in the shower. That's why I do the showers, because sometimes somebody will put water in his head and it'll change everything. He'll start screaming. He might even start swatting out of like panicking, but he's not aggressive, and then people might get the wrong idea about how he is, and then they'll label him aggressive when he's not. So that's why I always do the showering for them. But they do have little things. The reason why you don't see it as much in the bath with both of them is because I already know them. I've learned it. They've already exhibit the behavior in front of me. I understand it because I have the same issue. I don't take showers. I only take baths. And I don't like water directly hitting me in the face, or I'll flip out at my age today. So what you should start doing is, like, even like today, like, write it down in your journal, like make a little note in the little note section. Just be like, Izzy did this today. She's slamming the doors. When mom's in the shower. Second, what else? She was trying to open the door to elope. She elope. She should run off. So do that too. Write that so that we know how to give you the right information that you need, so that you don't have to be there sitting there. Like, sometimes before I understood her behavior, I had to really trail back in my mind, like, remember how I was when I was a kid, because she does do a lot of dangerous things. Sometimes she'll jump in a ball and try to fly off the couch backwards.
Oh, with the booster?
Yeah. And then sometimes she wants to drag stuff around the house. So every little thing, just note it down, because we're gonna meet on, I think, on Monday with the
Okay.
you're working Monday, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna meet with the worker on Monday, and
So I'm gonna make some notes when I'm home, so I don't.
you remember what she did today, right?
Yeah,
and you remember what he did today.
Yeah, with the dolls, she hits you like in the face.
Yeah.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then she throws your toys, and she was.
Every little thing, throwing food on the floor, every little thing, and then Ozzy screaming when he got washed his hair.
Like the toy out, she screams, she
Mm-hmm.
on the floor.
Yeah, I want you to know all of it. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. We need to address it, so we need to take notes. So we put it in paper. We're gonna make a giant binder of how to respond to every little behavior that they have. The advocate said she thinks it's a great idea, that we should do it. Okay. Regional centers sometimes they do it too. The kids have more dangerous behaviors, and as we've already seen, she flooded the apartment. Ozzy went out there at 5 a.m. with no clothes on. It's they're good kids, but it's intense sometimes, So to help me out and to help your job out, so that you're not, I don't like to make a job too hard for people. I don't like to be like that type of person. I'm a nice person. So I just wanted to give you the information that you need, so that your job isn't that stressful, Because to hear her crying, and throwing her body on the ground, like, it will take a toll on you. Trust me, it will. Because I'm her mother, and it does it to me. And I'm autistic, and I understand, but at the same time, it still doesn't make it any easier. It is what it is. So, yeah. So, don't forget to make the notes, because on Monday we're going to meet with the girl. Yeah. Every behavior that you've noticed, and don't worry, it's not going to hurt my feelings. Just make the notes and everything that you've seen so far. We're working with the kids. And then we will, there will be a section in the binder of every little thing that is, that they're having trouble with. Okay. And then I'll be able to explain to you why it's happening, what sensory issues that are happening, and then tell you the other sensory that you need to stimulate to get the focus off of that sensory stimulation overload they're having. See, the way it works is that when we have a sensory stimulation overload, we there's always another sensory that we can try to distract, like a redirection to another sensory that actually soothes us, so you can transfer it to calm it down faster. Because the last thing we want to do is to make the child feel like there's something wrong with them,
Oh yeah, she was asking for milk. She has the word that she used, right, with you?
What is what?
Milk.
Milk?
Yeah, but she doesn't say milk. What did she say? Baba.
Baba. She's saying Baba.
Baba. So I gave her one. She was over there. Yeah.
You want some Baba? I also need to. The doctor said that I need to start getting her off of the milk, because she's not eating enough nutrients, and she's having low iron. So when she says Baba, sometimes, like, if you think, like, okay, like, say she had a Baba in the morning, and then she has that mean? You might be like, oh, you want some? Get her the same little bottle. Put her some cold water in there instead.
Okay.
And she's addressing the baba as like a beverage. It doesn't mean necessarily milk.
Okay.
So we need to start switching it. I mean that I think you're probably gonna be with us for a while. Let's start addressing that because it's definitely needed. And I definitely want to get her off the bottle, but maybe starting like once after the meetings happen, once she starts school and stuff, and everything starts getting more on schedule, then we'll be able to transfer them over. Ozzy too. I'm really upset that they make me lock the door to the restroom. I know that it's necessary, but at the same time, when Ozzy has to go, before I had the hospital chair, I'm gonna get him another one. A chair to put on the toilet.
Oh yeah.
He would walk to it and go sit on the toilet. Like when he popped off the table today, he went running in there, but he wasn't even done going.
So
He knows he has to go. So if he's at that stage now where he's about to learn, he was doing it for a while, for really well,
Okay.
At school, they said when he was like 4 years old, he was having no accidents. But then the pandemic happened, all that stuff happened, and then it ended up getting to where the shutdown with him not being on schedule with the school, my mom dying, all the stuff happened to where I left him with caretakers to take care of him. When my mom passed, I couldn't handle it, so I didn't want him to see me crying and stuff about my mother, so I left him with the two caretakers that lived upstairs, and they didn't know how to handle it. They tried to help and they tried to wash him, but they were like, they're foreigners, and they were putting water on his face to wash his hair, but they didn't understand his sensory needs. That's not a snack.
Snack.
Snack?
It's not hair. Snack.
Is it snack?
It's hair.
There is for the hair. There's no hair on it. They're brand new.
For your hair?
What?
She's silly. You can just always talk to her. And when you talk to them, both of them,
What?
like I was like when I saw you playing with them at the table, I was thinking like she probably doesn't know how to talk to Oz because he's nonverbal. But you can just talk to him and be like, you like this color or this color,
Oh, yeah.
What's
And then he'll
snack?
start to say things,
Snack.
You don't yell at people.
Snack.
Hey, don't yell at adults. That's not nice. She's gonna cry.
Snack.
What Izzy requires is like a.
What's snack?
She requires emotional awareness, like exercises. See, before she was the behavior was way more intense than this. It was intense. I'm not talking like super screaming. It was intense. The way that I started getting her to stop is like when she would do something to me, like when she would hit me, I would pretend that I was crying. Like I would be like, "You hurt me," and then she'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
No, find
You want a
snack.
snack? Here.
What?
There's not snack.
Are you saying that you want a snack right now and you're mad that we gave you rubber bands? What would you like? Want some watermelon?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Get up from the table, you see.
No, we're not climbing on tables.
Honey, Mama.
If you want watermelon, you sit down right now. Get off the table. Sit down. You have little dirty feet too. Sit down. You want a snack?
Snack.
Please?
Snack.
Look, you're cute. Hold on. I'm gonna give you a bowl. Hold on, girlfriend. Shut up. Wait, I'm gonna give you something. Here. Go and scoop some out. I did a lot of work with her in the beginning. That's why she talks more than Ozzy. She was nonverbal too in the beginning. Yeah, they diagnosed her nonverbal in the beginning. And I did research and I found out that a lot of autistic kids have poor, like muscles in their fingers and toes. So I started making her scoop things up with spoons or chopsticks and making her pick things up with her toes. I didn't know that, but I remembered back when my mother did that for me. So being that I speak now when I didn't speak before, I started trying to do the things that I think maybe had helped me. So I did it with her, and she started picking up quicker than Oz.
Mmm.
Is it yummy? Is it delicious? Delicious? Yes? Sorry. So yeah, so we're gonna make a binder just to help you out, to like help you understand and help the kids out and help me out. Because like I said, I do have back issues when Ozzy was very young. He had more intense behaviors than her, where I would take him to, and he was in the emergency room all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Like earaches, he had other problems, pneumonia, allergic to like even a bug bite, mosquito bite, and it would affect his respiratory, stop him from breathing. So I was constantly in the emergency room, and I would have to restrain him, and he wouldn't keep the IV in because he's autistic, right?
Yeah.
So I was constantly like restraining him, and as it got bigger, it got harder.
Yeah.
So it ended up hurting my shoulder and my back. So now I have this consistent back pain. So yeah, was that thing that just do me a favor? Yeah, when you come in your next shift, just have a list of the things that you notice. That was for her and for him. Because he does spit, he does throw food, he does do certain things,
But he just follow orders like, oh,
Yeah, he does. So just say the things that he does, so that being that you know that he follows the orders, you know that it's easier to work with than her, Which it still needs to be worked on because he's getting older, and like the goal is so that he can be more, self-reliant, independent. Because eventually one day I will die, unfortunately, that's just reality. So the goal is to get them as independent as possible.
The kids when I ask him stuff, he's like, yes, no.
There you go. Uh-oh. You're gonna hit your head, honey. Yeah, Ozzy went through these same behaviors too. He went through the same things, and if not, maybe worse. Oh yeah, I couldn't go into a bank or anything without him screaming and throwing his body on the floor, and everybody would look at me. And Ozzy even Ozzy. Okay, some days when I go into the store, even with Ozzy right now, he starts having this it gets overwhelming, and he starts going like this, like his big old body, throwing his whole body back, and his arms go up, and he's going like he's screaming. Yeah, it's bad. This has happened. The last time it happened was like 8 months ago. It was bad. Yeah. So like that's why I don't really go to the store too much, because it gets intense. If he was around a lot of people, I don't like it. I take my walks and go to stop at the liquor store and buy the little snack for like the little reward. Buy some like popcorn or something like that. I was trying to help him diet, but when we went there, he wouldn't want to go into the store. He wants to stay outside the store. I said, Ozzy, you can't do that. You need to come with me, make sure that you're safe. He'll come in a little bit, but then after there was a time where he went out and he just ran out and he went by the side of the building and he was doing this on the cement. So he was having his version of, he was overly stimulated.
Oh, she was clean this too.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw that away, to be honest, because I don't.
Electric this one, she was.
I want a skate.
You want a skateboard? I know your dad's skateboard. That's why you want that, huh?
Electric this one, she
I
was
got
like,
a skate.
Continue.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least this won't. Well, write that all down so we can work on addressing those issues. Yeah, because there's always a way to redirect an autistic kid. But this one, I'm gonna throw it away today when I go through the trash before you leave. As a matter of fact, it's probably about that time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna throw this away because it's dangerous. That's not your dad, honey. Poor thing. I let him come visit, but she gets attacked. Dad gone. She says she's crying. So bad. All right. I'm signing off, everybody. Bye.